Hey guys, Mrs.Roopa here, and we are about to start a new series of lessons this week on rocks and minerals, which I know in my class, my kids love going out on the playground and they're always excited about finding different kinds of rocks and they're always wanting to know what kind of rocks those are. So I'm super excited to be doing these lessons for you guys. Within the topic of rocks and minerals, there are a lot of different things that we can talk about. And we're going to start our lesson series on the different parts of the earth. And then we're going to move into volcanoes because those are the two places where all of these rocks are coming from. So as I said, we're going to start with the parts of our earth and kind of get to know the different layers that we have. So when we're looking at the part of the earth, we're going to start at the very center of our earth. And our earth is made up of different layers, okay? So right here at the very center of our earth, as you can see in this diagram right here, is called the inner core. Now, check out the different layers in this picture and see that the core is at the very center, and check out just how many layers there are sitting on top of this core. It is very hot at the core and there is a ton of pressure. So our core is made up of mostly metal iron, but since there is a lot of heat and a lot of pressure on the core, it is formed a solid. So the inner core of our earth is a solid ball of metal iron, okay? It is very hot and there is a ton of pressure. Now, we are going to move up and go to the outer core. So you have your inner core, which is a metal ball, it's a solid. Around the core, the outer core is a flowy layer of metal, and it is flowing around the inner core, which is the iron. And when it is flowing around, it is actually forming a magnetic field. So if you have ever heard the phrase, the earth is a giant magnet, that is exactly why. It is because this liquid layer, this outer core, is flowing around the inner core, creating a gigantic magnetic field, which is super cool if you think about it, okay? So, inner core, solid, made up of iron. Outer core, moving up, we're liquid, we're metal, we're forming that magnetic field. Now, we're going to get into the largest layer of the earth, which is called the mantle. And the mantle is divided up into two parts, okay? So, the lower mantle is made up of iron and another metal called nickel. And this is a solid rock layer here, okay? So it's still a lot of heat, still a lot of pressure, but you're gonna find more solid rock in this area, and you're also gonna find liquid rock. So, but as far as what is more defined, you're gonna find a lot more solid rock in your mantle, okay? And the farther up you go, you're gonna find both. So, more solid rock in the lower mantle, and as you move up to the upper mantle, you're gonna find solid and liquid rock. So, still a ton of heat, ton of pressure, okay? Now, let's move up to the very tip top. The very top layer of the parts of the earth is called the crust, the continental crust. And this layer is made up of just solid rock. And so this is the layer that we stand on. This is the crust of the earth, okay? And that's the last layer of the parts of the earth. So let's go back over this one more time. So starting at the inner core, solid, lots of heat and pressure, made up of iron, moving up to the outer core, flowing, very flowy metal. That iron is flowing around the inner core, creating that magnetic field. And then we move up to the largest layer, which is the mantle. The lower mantle is made up of the solid rock. The upper mantle is made up of both solid and liquid rock. And then you have your crust, which is fully solid rock on the outside. So this is going to lead us into our next lesson tomorrow on volcanoes and how those form with the different parts of the earth that we just talked about. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope that everybody has a great Monday. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you like our comment, please, please, please be sure to subscribe because you will get updates on when we post our new lessons.